Start the YouTube portion here. Welcome everyone for those watching on Twitch here live and over on YouTube for the re-upload on Saturday afternoon. Welcome to season number 2, episode number 3 of the Ottawa Senators Franchise Mode here at the beginning of the 2021-2022 regular season. In the last one, well, we might as well go back both episodes since it's only been a couple. In episode number 1, we weren't trying to tank, but things did not go well in Ottawa. We finished bottom of the NHL. We ended up picking, well, we got the second overall pick. We traded back, this goes into episode 2 now in the offseason. We traded back from number 2 to number 6. And in doing so, we got to pick up an additional little support, which ended up being Jake DeBrusk, who is an 81 overall sniper who fits amazing on our second line, and we promptly signed him to a 4-year extension at $2.6 million. At the 6th overall selection, we also selected the player that we wanted to take all along, Mike Hewitt, a defensive defenseman who is 77 overall medium elite at the age of 17, I believe he was drafted. Now he's 18 as the season begins here in September. And aside from that, as you can see some of the names in here, we went out and spent money in free agency. We, with Melnyk out and Commander Data, and, well, not Commander Data, I guess GM Data. Commander Data isn't Be a Pro. GM Data and company, we went out and spent some major dollars as we got Alex Ovechkin. We weren't even expecting to get Ovechkin. I don't like to go after Ovi right away in free agency, but it was like a couple of weeks in, no one was signing him. It became more and more realistic, and we got Ovi signed to 2 years, $8.750. Additionally, we also went out and signed Dougie Hamilton to a 5-year deal at $7 million, for a $35 million deal for 5 seasons, paying him $7 million AAV. That's a huge presence for us as we were struggling on the defensive front. Additionally, we made a trade that picked up Antonio Stranges. We want to extend Alex Formenton. We moved a few pieces. We signed Nick Foligno. Welcome back to Ottawa, Nick Foligno, as he's going to be a bottom 6 presence for us. And we also went out and signed David Savard. 2 years, $2.250 for him. I think that's just about it. We had good growth from prospects, etc. And things are looking good here in Ottawa. We're ready to go. We just have to we have to run through some of the suggestions from the last one because this team's looking good, but I think it could really look great. I've done my pre-scouting, I've done my homework, and I think I have some fantastic trades for all of you here tonight. Starting off, though, we're going to run through the comments like I just said. Here on Twitch, you don't get to see them, but on YouTube, I'm going to throw them up on the screen here. Adam says, love what you're doing with my Sens, with Shane Pinto and Jacob Bernard Docker signing their ELCs. I hope EA will add them to the squad in the next roster update. I hope so as well. I didn't put them in this. It was a bit of a blunder on my part, but not putting them in this franchise mode, but we will survive either way. So I'm glad that you approve, Adam. Apo says, great trades. Hewitt is going to be something special. I can feel it. Colin says, thanks for showing my comment last week. Well, thank you for leaving that comment, Colin. Love that you traded back to get Hewitt as well. A great pickup with DeBrusk too. Glad to see that everyone is giving approval here. Don't want my head in the Ottawa media. Andrew says, so here's a good comment from Andrew, talking about scouting. It's a big block. I'll just put it up on YouTube. It's a big block of text about scouting, about how we could have gotten some better scouts. And I was kind of going a bit quickly on July 1st. I didn't sign the scouts properly. So I went back and did that. So as we begin simulating in a couple of days, some more scouts will be signing. You can just trust me to take care of that, mostly behind the scenes, as I will get the proper scouts in the right places so that the prospect discovery is always at optimal levels. Boomba, welcome to the stream. So thank you for leaving that comment, Andrew, because I totally forgot to do that, and now it is done. Kevin says, DeBrusk always sims well for me, especially in the playoffs. Good pickup. I would keep Matt Murray until the trade deadline at least. With good defense, a good goalie play will follow. So there was some discussion on Matt Murray. What's up with him? I think we can give him at least the beginning of the season. Sammer, or maybe Samir, please correct me, but Sammer says, the team is really good. However, I would love to see Stützle on the top line, as his playmaking would complement Ovechkin's goal scoring very well. Also, he would be playing with a proven Hall of Fame player. Couture on the second line would be amazing, as he is high enough overall to drive the play. Also, remember that Brady and Stützle have a nice bromance going on, so we can't separate them. Very true. So, Stützle on the top line does keep the +5. So, I think that despite it being a bit over his role at the moment, I don't think it would be crazy to put him on that top line. Going over the Discord server, Endime, who's in the chat here tonight. Endime says, I would bundle Colin White, here he is, into a trade for a good young power forward. So we could actually, could we put White up here? Actually, yeah. What do you think about that? So the only name I can think of is Matthew Tkachuk, but maybe Gabe Landeskog is available. Honestly, I would send the pro scouts out to see which is good and possibly elite power forward meshes well on the team. So I did go out, I sent out some scouts, I watch listed some players, and I'll get to that in just a moment. Visible Brush, also aka Andrew, he says that great moves in the offseason, thank you very much. I would recommend upping the chemistry for Stützle, whether that be the +5 on line 1, or getting a power forward for him and DeBrusk on line number 2. And speaking of him, Def Moose says what? Here he is. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're exactly right. Couture getting the +3 is another positive. But, you know, I have some surprises in store, so we won't make line adjustments just yet. Lunchbox, doing well, my man. Welcome to the stream. Glad you could make it. So, continuing that comment. I would also get Formenton locked up long-term ASAP. I would not re-sign guys like Foligno or Sorensen. If I brought back either, it would be Foligno for veteran depth. And then the scouts. So thank you very much, Andrew. We took care of all of that. Last comment coming. And then my favorite panda walks in. Oh, wow. Tornado Panda. Welcome to the stream. Very excited to have my favorite panda on board. Big comment from Warrior1 in the Discord server, so thank you for that, Warrior. Leaving essentially 5 main points. Number 1, trade your worst two-way forwards, because we don't want to stunt development. Number 2, trade for a second line, youngish power forward with potential. Number 3, our team will do better than what our second round pick says we will do. So it would probably be better to trade that pick for some sort of value or in a package, because the value will only go down from here because we're going to do well this season, we think. Number 4, definitely sign Formenton long term. Number 5, agree with the White decision because he's high top 6, but the curse of the two-way forward is always going to hit you. So thank you very much, Warrior, for that comment. Very much appreciated. Turn it up. No problem. Just you listening is all I could ever ask for, and it means a lot. So thank you for doing that. So the Twitch bot sent out his notification finally, and also Lunchbox, thank you for the follow as well here on Twitch. So we'll touch on the lines in a moment, but I do have some very interesting things that I want to bring to all of you assistant GMs here in the stream. So a major thing that we spoke about, a recurring theme I would say, was that getting a second line power forward is important, because whether it's Stützle or Couture on the second line, he's a playmaker. DeBrusk is a sniper. If we could get a good fitting power forward, that's a +5. So if we go to forwards and we look for power forwards, I guess that's it. Yeah, just sort by that. And then we want to go and sort by overall. So we're thinking second line. You know what? I should probably sort by overall because we're thinking second line. So we'll just go ahead and get all the big boys out of the way. We'll say like max 87 overall or something. Slowly but surely getting caught up on the channel. Just found it last week when I really got... Hey, perfect. Hey, take your time. You found us at a good point because the semester's wrapping up for me, so I'm not able to upload as frequently as I would like to. So it's starting to wrap up for me, and the videos will become a bit more frequent. I think they're already quite frequent, but they'll become even more frequent as time goes on. Anyways, our options pretty much come down to a lot of these players, and I've watch listed a few that interest me the most. Like Jordan Greenway, very interesting here, 86 overall. We don't know anything about the scouting. We'd have to go and scout him. We don't know about his line fit. Kachuk, we already have him. Getzlaf, we don't want him. Or Byfield, we don't need centermen. We need wingers. So first up here, I have Timo Meyer. The scouts don't tell me anything. All I know is that he's a power forward, so I sent out the pro scouts on him. There's also Jamie Benn, but again, a bit older than I'd like. I'd prefer someone who's cheaper and younger. Oh, perfect. Love it. Thank you, Lunchbox. There's also guys like Hornquist, but also, again, a bit old, a bit expensive. Like Anders Lee, Kevin Hayes, very expensive. So I pretty much narrowed it down to these three guys. We have Timo Meyer, 2 years at $6 million. Anthony Mantha, 3 years at 6.03 mil, and Evander Kane, 4 years at 7 mil. Evander Kane, we don't know anything about his lines either, because that's with Hugo Moreau, that's our last coach. And Anthony Mantha, we actually do know about Anthony Mantha, and it's our current coach, and it's a guaranteed fit on line number 2. So I am very tempted to not even wait for the scouts to come back and tell me what's up about Kane and Meyer. I'm really down to just go and get Anthony Mantha right here. He's on a cheap contract. Well, cheap. He's on a $6 million contract for 3 more seasons. I like the term. He fits well. He simulates well. He's a good power forward. He can help chemistry on the second line and on the power play. Scored 63 points last season on a bad Detroit team. So I know Timo Meyer simulates well as well. People love Timo because he's a good power forward fit. 48 points last season for him. But the thing is, it's a perfect fit for Mantha, and I am just so tempted to go and get him right now. So if I have the green light, I'd love to get a green light. If people are really interested in Timo Meyer, we can wait and see what his line fit is. But if people are swayed enough by Anthony Mantha and his perfect line fit for line number 2, we could just go ahead and do that right now. So tell me if we're thinking green light Anthony Mantha right now, or wait and see if Timo Meyer also fits the second line. But to be honest, even if Timo Meyer fits, I don't know if I'd still choose Mantha over him. Narf says wait, and Endime says wait. Okay, it looks like wait might be the choice then. No problem with waiting. I think that even if Meyer fits perfectly, Mantha might be the move. But I'm not decided yet. Like everybody's saying, it's better to wait. Okay, all right, we will wait. No problem. We will wait. That is why we are a team out here. We will wait, and the pro scouts will get back to us. We will decide soon. The second thing that we wanted to talk about was defense. Defense. Not many comments on that, but just I was thinking about it. David Savard is an 80 overall, paired with Eric Brandstrom as an 81. Okay, that's good. Thank you, Andrew. That's not good enough, in my opinion, for the second line defensive, for the second pair on defense. I think if Brandstrom is going to be locked in as our second line... Actually, I'll go and look at him. If Brandstrom is locked in as our second pair guy for the moment, as Dougie Hamilton is playing top pair with Thomas Chabot, and he does not fit very well, Brandstrom, we need someone who fits very well as a defensive defenseman, just for the +1. Unfortunately, not a +5, but just for the +1. Then Savard can move down to the third unit with Zub or Bowie, and then some other good defensive defenseman can play second unit with Brandstrom, and just in general, just really help out the defense on this team. So I was looking at possible defensive defenseman options. Once again, not sure if we can go ahead and do it right away. I'll wait for the green light. But I'm tempted to go. I have a name in mind that I'd really like to get. We'll say overall again, and max, we'll say max overall is like 85 or something. So here's what I'm thinking, sorting by overall. The main name that really comes to mind, there's a few names here. It's between Graves, Haig, and Dillon. So Ryan Graves, the scouts tell me nothing. Okay. Haig, the scouts tell me nothing. And Dillon, the scouts tell me that he fits 3 bars, fits all defensive pairs, and he also fits all PK lines. But the difference between these guys is that we got 30 years old for Dillon, but then Haig and Graves are both still pretty young, 22 and 26 respectively. And Graves' contract, 2 years at 3.1, Haig's on an expiring deal, Dillon 3 years at 3.8. If I had to choose one of these 3, I lean towards Ryan Graves, although Nick Haig is also definitely super tempting, as he's only 22, has 89 defensive awareness, 89 stick checking, all that good stuff. But Ryan Graves is really tempting as an 83 overall. Graves never did a lot for me despite having the chemistry. Understood. Thank you, Private Jackson, and welcome to the stream. I do like his 4-star defense of 86, 89, and 90. I like the physical. I like the somewhat decent offensive awareness. And I like the also somewhat decent skating. Also, I can vouch for Graves. All right, so I think it's really between Haig and Graves. And see how the two fit. Yeah, so again, we'll wait to decide. I was really decided on Graves, actually. But now that I look into Haig a bit more, I think I'd prefer to wait a bit. So it's between Graves and Haig, in my opinion, and the scouts are out. Yes, they are. If the coach likes him, Haig is tempting with age. Yes. Okay, so we'll wait to see what the scouts say again. No rush. And then the last thing, I was thinking about a depth two-way forward. But you know what? If we're not making any trades, because if we were to make a trade, then guys like Dadonov or Brown could be on the way out. Then we need to replace them. But if we're not making any changes yet, and the lineup stays the same, I think we can just keep it the same. So Stützle top line with the +5, Couture second line with the +3, and I think we'll just begin... Actually, I'd like Gambrel here with the +1. Foligno can go fourth line. I think we're ready to start simulating just a little bit. But I think once we make those trades, I think we're going to be really golden. With a good power forward for chemistry, a good defensive defenseman for chemistry, no matter who it is, I think we're going to be set. So let's simulate up to the game against the Sharks, game number 2 of the season. So now the scouts, all these scouts, don't pay too much attention to this. What? Marc Briere. I don't feel like the role you offered me is appropriate. Huh? That was exactly the role that he wanted. That is a fun name. Yes, it is. Okay, I also signed some depth for Belleville, just off screen, so not a big deal there either. Nikita Nesterov, Mark Mathot, welcome back Mark Mathot, and Bo Bennett. So nothing big, nothing really to write home about, just some depth for Belleville. Coaching staff, though. That guy Briere, why didn't he... Oh, I wanted him to be my AHL head coach. Yeah, that's what I wanted him to be, I think. Why did he not sign? He was an AHL guy. Hold on. Give me a moment to rectify this. Mark Mathot, welcome back. What was his name? Briere? AHL head coach? Yeah, Briere. I was offering him the role of... Because he has the exact same fit as the NHL coach. I was offering him NHL goalie coach. Okay, you know what, Briere? I'll offer you AHL associate coach then. 8 years, there we go. Okay, well, hopefully he signs on like that. Boomba says Graves over Hag. Okay, thank you, Boomba. We'll keep that in mind as we want to see who fits best. Now I'm going through the hoops of coaching staff here for a moment. AHL associate coach. Okay, we can hire him as that. Okay, alrighty. Now let's see. It's been like 5 days, so I don't want to waste any time. If the scouts have answers, I need to see those answers. So let's check the watch list here. Let's see if they know more about the players. Anthony Mantha, we already knew that he fit the second line, and even a little bit more. He fits penalty kill line too. Timo Meyer, what do we know? Okay, this is interesting. He also fits forward line 2 and all penalty kill lines, so pretty much the same as Mantha. How about Hag? Hag, we don't know yet. Actually, I was actually thinking about Max Jones as well as a power forward. I forgot to mention Max Jones, but he only fits all penalty kill lines. Croissant King, here he is. Ryan Graves, the coach says 3 bars. He fits all deep pairings and all penalty kill. That's very tempting. Brandon Dillon, all deep pairings as well. And Evander Kane, all penalty kill lines. Yeah, that's not going to happen for Evander Kane, it looks like. So, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and take Evander Kane off, because that's not going to happen for him. And Max Jones is not going to happen for him either. So it's between these options here. Man, Meyer is tempting. See, I gotta tell you something here, my friends. When it comes under realism, we have made so many trades with San Jose. I don't know if it's realistic that we take a really good player from them again. Like in real life, they've done the Carlson trade. Over here, we did the Logan Couture trade. We did the Dylan Gambrel trade. We've done a lot of trades we did the Zaitsev trade. So I don't know if it makes sense for me to say, here, I'll give you like Connor Brown and 2 second-round picks for Timo Meyer, right? I know they do trade a lot. San Jose is Ottawa's farm team. So I'm not saying we can't take Timo Meyer. I just want everyone to keep that in mind as well. Something that's in the back of my head. So actually, I want to make sure they're fully scouted. So I might need to send out the scouts again. Yeah, I'm going to send out the scouts again because I want full... Actually, wait. They gave me full answers. It's Hag who didn't give me a full answer. Oh, but he's still being scouted. Okay, my apologies. Meyer, my choice, but I'd be happy with Mantha. Doug Wilson, a good Ottawa boy. Yes, sir. Okay, and speaking of the Sharks, here we go, up against San Jose. Game number 2 of the season. We're at home. We are 0-1-0. The Sharks are 2-1-0. Here we go. If that's what you think, I would prefer Mantha. Okay, all right, Boomba. First period against San Jose. 4-0. Erik Karlsson, Brent Burns, Tyson Barrie, and Lars Eller. Matt Murray already pulled. 4 goals on 12 shots. 3 on whatever against Murray. Great. Second period, 5-1. Tim Stützle scores on the power play past Martin Jones. Nosen scores there. All right, we got to make these trades fast. Zaitsev's shorthanded goal. Great, just to really put some salt in the wound there. a really long, super extended power play. Ovechkin scores his first goal. Was it his first goal? I think, as an Ottawa Senator, unless he scored last game. Alex Ovechkin, welcome to the nation's capital. The Capitals didn't want him, and he stayed in free agency for a couple of weeks. No one wanted to sign him. We signed him. Sharks with Barry. There he is. Ottawa hates trading in division, though? Okay, that's another thing to consider. That's a brutal 6-2 loss, we got to say. Yeah, that was his first goal because we got shut out last time. Give them all the offensive defensemen. Let's go to the game against the Caps. It's going to be Ovi against his old team here. Hopefully the scouting on Nick Hague. Yeah, now he's happy to join the team. Hey, you want to be the NHL goalie coach? Nah. Hey, you want to be the AHL associate coach? Yes. Thank you for reaching out to me. You got it, buddy. So now I got to extend Formenton now that we're thinking about it. So Paille is going to be sent to NHL goalie coach. Briere becomes AHL head coach, and then Paille sent back to AHL associate coach. All is well in the world. And now we have the exact same lines between the NHL head coach and the AHL head coach. So now we got to go and extend Belleville. Alex Formenton in Belleville, that is. We want to get him signed up before he wants too much money. So Alex Formenton, let's break out the calculator here. We want to think about that massive 8-year extension. He doesn't want to go expensive, so we're going to take advantage of that. So we want to look if he's willing to take 1.575, 85% of that, 1.3387, so that rounds up to, 1.3387 means 1.350. If we go 8 years at 3.50 for Formenton, that would be absolutely ludicrous. I don't want to really cheese the system too much, but that's what he's asking for. I don't know. We'll try and build him up. He's a first liner of the future with that chemistry fit. So, hey, Alex Formenton, you want to just spend your life in Ottawa? We will be happy to have you. Josh Norris, I don't think we're desperate to sign. Yeah, actually, and we're tight on money, so I'd prefer not doing that just yet. See, Hague. Sorry for all the housekeeping. Well, not housekeeping, but there's all the managerial stuff we got to do at the beginning here, because soon enough we will get into just pure simulation once this is all taken care of. So, Nick Hague. What do we know about Nick Hague? Let's see it. He fits D pairing 3. That's not super ideal, because at the same time we have Graves who fits all D pairings, perhaps. So I think for the defensive defenseman front, I think Ryan Graves is our guy. For defensive defenseman, I think he's our guy. I like Hague, but he's going to grow more, and he can't stay on defensive pairing 3 forever. And we're committed to this coach, so that's why. Hey, perfect. I'm glad. I love the managerial stuff, so if you guys are happy with the managerial stuff as well, no problem with me. So I'm thinking Graves. Let me just hear your thoughts. Can we get thumbs up? Can we get some green lights? Can we get some hey-yos, some hoorays, some yoo-hoos? Are we thinking Ryan Graves? He is a bit older for sure, but he is signed to term. He's not going to be on an expiring deal. He has a couple of years at 3.165. And 83 overall, medium top 4D. He'll get some chemistry. He'll get some growth. Yeah, the more I say it, the more I'm happy to do it. So I'm going to start getting the wheels in motion unless someone... if somebody has any objections, they can speak. And then let's go to rookie skate. No, actually, let's start with draft picks. just all relative. Just a bit older to him, a bit older to Hague, not a bit older in general. Let's see. So we have a lot of picks here. We were smart. We did well to get the picks. What do the Avalanche not have? They don't have any firsts or seconds. Perfect. This makes sense. And they have an abundance of defense, so this makes even more sense. Ottawa's second round pick. Can we give you our second round pick? We got to give you a bit more than that and some cap. You know what? We got to give you some cap back. So actually, I saw that Brown has a lot of cap. Hold on. Yeah, Brown here. Is this Josh Brown? Yeah, Josh Brown, 77 overall, making 1.2 million. Get him off the books, but we're still over the salary cap. So that means we would probably throw in Brown or Dadonov, whoever has the least amount between those two, probably. Actually, neither of them really have a lot. Brown or Dadonov, because if we trade for a forward, yeah, it would probably. Well, I'm hearing pump the brakes. Whoever does the range for NHL needs... Yeah, that's a big yes. What's Brown's fit? Brown fits the bottom 6 quite well. You know what? That's true, eh? Dadonov, get out of here. And it wasn't enough to push us over the salary cap either way. Oh, Colorado would be over the salary cap. Okay, take off Brown then. Yeah, so whoever does the NHL ratings, I definitely want to have a conversation with them. Welcome to everybody watching tonight. If you like the franchise mode and you want to see more of it, then YouTube is the place to go, where these streams are also re-uploaded, as well as the Minnesota Wild series and other series going on in the channel. So scrolling down here and clicking on that would be the move for you if you're enjoying the content. Plus, you could always follow along on Twitch, streaming twice a week. What kind of money could we take back from the Avalanche? If anything. I don't know if I want to take back any money. Maybe I could just make it work. Maybe Brown was the way to do it? In case he was a... Oh, Josh Brown? Here, let me check that out. Josh Brown. His fit... Does this tell me in the NHL or the AHL? Well, either way. He fits very well, actually. But I'm thinking to trade Connor Brown at this point, even though he has a good bottom six fit. Just, that's a lot of money. Okay, yeah, this works. All right. Connor Brown and a second-round pick. What could we get back in theory? Let's say we go 2/4, perhaps. Let's go two. Hold on. Let's think about this. We wanna. I don't want to drain them all of their picks. Plus, we have a lot of picks ourselves, right? Maybe I could take a third-round pick instead. They have 2/3. Yeah, that probably makes more sense. So I've had him a few times. Never had. Okay, fair enough. Looks like Connor Brown is the odd man out then. So that's what we'll do. We'll take back a third, and let's just send it. What do you say, Colorado? Trade accepted. Bang. I'm happy to accept this proposal on behalf of the Colorado Avalanche. Thank you, Mr. Sakic, and we consider it a done deal. Welcome to Ottawa, Mr. Ryan Graves. You're getting a little bit buried over in Colorado. We're going to take very good care of you, and you're going to be a very big part of our team, our defensive core. So for the moment, I'll put Marcus Sorensen to fill in, but I think that hurts the chemistry, unfortunately. Yeah, so we'll have to get a better bottom six forward than Marcus Sorensen. On defense, I mean, Savard's going to bump down. I'm going to take out Madison Bowie, I think, because he was just a waiver pickup, so I'm happy to keep him as a depth guy. Ryan Graves, I'm expecting a perfect fit from him and a perfectly imperfect fit from Brandstrom. If I know anything about chemistry, this should be a +1. Okay, perfect, +1. There we go. We'll take it. +3, +1, +1. However, if I put Graves top, this would probably be a +5. Yes, it would be. And if I put Hamilton here, it's probably a +5. Yeah, okay, so we have a few permutations here. We could go 3-1-1, 1-5-1, or 5-0-1. But I think Shabbat has to stay on the top pair. So pretty much it's 3-1-1 or 1-5-1. That's what we're being met with here. Goalie is Matt Murray at the moment. He didn't do well last year. Well, I mean, his numbers were okay for having a terrible record. So we're going to try and give him just the beginning of the crease. He may lose it sooner rather than later, and Philip Gustafsson is backing him up at an 81 overall. So at least there's that. And then get the young guys going, and then get the chemistry. 1-5-1's a killer, and use them on special teams. Is a killer in like a good way, or is a killer like that's not what we want to do? Meanwhile, though, on special teams, that's true. We definitely want to put Graves on the special teams. So I'll take David Savard off, and Ryan Graves will go here. Oh my goodness, +5! Okay, we'll take the +5. We could even go +3. Maybe +3 is... No, we'll go +5. Why not? That's a massive boost for the penalty kill. Thank you very much. Maximize Dougie Hamilton. Oh, sorry. Starting lineups, defense... so maximize him by giving him a +3 or by giving him a +5. I'm not sure. If you do a 1-5-1, then you have Dougie going to a 90. That would be a 92 overall for Dougie. And then Shabbat and Brandstrom are 91 and 82. Or you could have Shabbat at a 93 and Brandstrom at an 82 down here with Graves. Plus Graves will play like an 87. 1-5-1 is tempting. I think 1-5-1 is what I'm thinking. Maybe Brandstrom gets some good growth here with Shabbat helping him out and everything. Yeah, so I think we'll call up Josh Brown to be the defensive depth. I don't think we have any defensive depth. It's just Bowie, right? Yeah, Bowie. Oh, we actually have Riley as well. Mike Riley's also here. We love Mike Riley. True. Well, we'll keep Brown around either way. He'll be good in Belleville for chemistry. That's still a plus there. Gasarki, thank you for the follow here on Twitch as well. Much appreciated for those diamond hands. Any games or just sim the whole thing? Well, I don't play them myself in terms of as the players, but we'll go in and watch it and stuff like that. Just if I went in and played it myself, it would just be a little too skewed in my opinion. And then it takes away the sanctity of the simulation if I start scoring goals. I think it would be like, no offense to the AI, but I think it would be a bit too easy if we started playing like that, plus breaking my head. But anyways, now it's time to go get a power forward. Now that we have decided about the defensive defenseman, it's time to get a power forward. So he can come and be removed from the watch list. So it's between Timo Meyer and Anthony Mantha. Oh man, Timo Meyer is 2 years younger and signed for 1 year less. Essentially the same contract. 2 years younger, signed for 1 year less. He's on San Jose. We've done a lot of deals with them. He has 4-star shooting, 89 offensive awareness. His lowest thing's probably his discipline or his fighting skill. And then you have over Mantha, also 75 discipline, 4.5-star shooting is what tempts me a little bit more. 4-star skating. If I could just go between them, yeah. So Mantha has better puck skills. Timo has better senses. Mantha has better shooting. Timo has better defense. Mantha has better skating. And then the physical's pretty even. So, wow, that's tough. So it's like, do I want puck skills, shooting, and skating? Or do I want senses and defense? That's a bit better. But to be honest, they wouldn't play on the penalty kill, I don't think. I'm not sure if they'd actually play on the penalty kill. Because even if he fits it, if he's the wrong player type, it wouldn't do the, it wouldn't be optimal. But I could be wrong. Oh, what? Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Everybody hang on. The pro scouts just burst into my office in pouring sweat, said, stop, hang up the phone. I was about to call the NHL to put in the trade call. I made a mistake. He fits the third line, not the second line. Wow, I was about to make the call. I was about to make the call for Timo. It's over. I guess we got to go with Anthony Mantha here, right? Yeah, he fits forward line too. Fire the scouts. Oh my goodness. I hung up on Gary. I said, sorry, Gary, I'll call you back. I have something else going on here. Whew, that was a close one. I would have been devastated if we got him and he didn't fit the second line. All right. I guess that settles it. I was about to say, I guess that settles it. Time for Timo. But now, guess that settles it. Time for Anthony Mantha. The fans were cheering for Timo. Oh boy, that was huge. That was a big shock. So now we got to dump some money. I'm thinking we trade Evgeny Dadonov at the very least here, making $5 million. He's down in the bottom 6 now if Mantha pushes him out of the spot. Dadonov, I'm sorry. Go do great things on Detroit. Draft pick wise, we have a lot of picks here, so I'm down to trade like a bunch of them. So if we could give, I don't know, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 third-round picks. Yikes, what? If we could give like 3 thirds, like just Toronto, Dallas, and Colorado, some of the better thirds. I'm also interested in just clearing up draft picks. I don't want to have a million draft picks. And I can even throw in a 5th here just to clean it up a bit more. Just Evgeny Dadonov, 3 thirds, and a 5th for Anthony Mantha. What are our thoughts on this? Maybe I could even get a depth 2-way forward if I traded them even more picks, because we need a depth 2-way forward. Grabner's 34. Adam Ernie, legend, power forward. Hinostroza's probably he's a playmaker. Nemesnikov is a playmaker. Michael Rasmussen's a sniper. Nick Bonino, 2-way forward. Nick Bonino, but Nick Bonino could work. Little Bonino action. We don't know anything about him. I'm down for Nick Bonino to play on the 4th line. Franz Nielsen, it's way too much money. So maybe Bonino, let's see. Pinching pennies, but I do the Tampa 2nd. More value for likely a late 2nd. True. I like to pinch those pennies, Pat. I like pinching pennies. Thank you. Grabner's a sniper. Why do they have all these snipers and playmakers in the bottom 6? Okay, whatever. I'll take Nick Bonino. We'd be over the salary cap, so can you retain some money on Bonino? Or are we too tight here? No, they still wouldn't be able to. Okay, forget it. Waste of time. My apologies. Anthony Mantha, next year's 3rd and 4th for Evgeny Dadonov, and this year's 2nd and 3 thirds. What do you say, Detroit? Isn't sufficient at all. Okay, all right. Just Anthony Mantha. Trade accepted. Oh, This seems like a sweet proposal, so I'll do it. Our fans will be dancing in the streets. Yeah, take out a third and a fourth, and then that goes from not even close to definitely. I'll do it. I don't care. Either way, the picks that we got for like Derek Stepan and whoever else just turned into Anthony Mantha. So welcome to Ottawa, my friend, the nation's capital. Let's get him in that second line. Okay, all right. I am thinking, okay, Couture has 4 greens. Oh my goodness, this should be a +5. This should be a +5. Let's see it, everybody. Get your cameras out. +5. Let's go. So we got the first line, 91, 90, 99. Second line, 86, 91, and 90. Third line, 85, 83, 81. And then the fourth line, we got to still work on the fourth line because Sorensen's not going to work here. But 5 and 5, so 5-5-1-0 it'll end up being. And then defense 1-5-1. That is huge. That is insanely huge. Mantha does not fit the power play, but I'm okay with that. It's because of the two-way forwards and two-way Ds that are out here. I'm okay with that. Let's check his penalty kill fit. If I put Couture and Norris, it's a +1. If I put Couture and Mantha, it's a 0. I think I'd rather have Mantha, but he has only 80 shot blocking, and I want to give Josh Norris ice time, so I'm gonna keep it Norris probably because he's on the fourth line, so we want him to get some growth. So Anthony Mantha, we're gonna be relying on him for some scoring for sure. So I want to give him the opportunity to do that. So I'll just quickly edit the lines. Shootout lines. Let me see. Shabbat has 84 and 85 in shooting. And that Mantha has 86 and 88. Welcome to the shootout. 86, 88. That puts him 5th. Wonderful. Special teams, 4-man power play. Mantha's already there. And there we go. So all we really need to do is get a better fourth line two-way forward because Marcus Sorensen hurts the team. So with the new coach as well down here in the AHL, we also have Formented on that top pair. So give me a moment here, my friends. I just need to find the right fit. Can I get it like a +5? There we go. There it is. +5 on the first line. I really want to be growing our players here in Belleville, so it's worth it to spend a couple of minutes here to get that. Perfect. We'll go +5, +3, 0, 0, and then on defense 1, 1, 1. We need Jake Sanderson to grow. So yeah, first unit power play is perfect for him. +3, I will do it. +3, +5 on the power play units works well for me. Here, there we go. +1, +1. There you go. Just takes a few seconds sometimes, but it's worth it. Take out Shaw, put Logan Brown again. 0, -1. We'll take that. Wonderful. I'm excited for these lines. Goalie is Michael Hutchinson, backed up by Joey Decord. Actually, you know what? I'm going to call up Hutchinson because I want Sogard to be playing. I want Decord starting and Sogard backing him up. So Hutch is going to be somebody that we call up just to have a third goalie on the roster. It's been quite an intro here with those moves, but we're about to get into simulation time for realsies. So Hutchinson comes up. NHL, we have all those guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 2 extra on defense. And it just comes back to the forwards. So, wait, why does it say I need to fix the roster? Your roster must be compliant. Why am I not compliant on? I have 20 out of 20 skaters. I have 3 out of 3 goalies. Oh, I'm over the cap. Okay, bye, Hutchinson, I guess. But now I already called you up. So it lets me call him up, but it won't let me send him down. Bogus. All right, Mike Riley, sorry, you're going down. And there we go. Now we're cap compliant. So Mike Riley is going to have to go down then, unfortunately. But he'll come up whenever we need him. And we're good to go there. Only last thing we got to do, like I said, is to sign a two-way forward. But we'll get that done in free agency, and then we're ready to go. For the playoffs, tall goalies play well. I'm like, oh, really? I like that, Pat. I like hearing that. Who wants to sign on from free agency as a two-way forward? Just looking at UFAs, forwards. Zach Sanford's out here. Turn it up. Welcome back in. Thank you very much. Happy to hear that. So we could get Senny. We could get Brett Senny, two-way forward. Yeah, we got a new power forward and a new defensive defenseman, Cujo. Ryan Graves and Anthony Mantha. Welcome to the team. Not really anyone I'm super sold on here. You know what? We have the picks. Let's make a trade. Let's make one last trade. Yeah, Ovechkin is still here. Let's make a trade for a two-way forward. This is going to come down to majority because I'm sure there's a million good two-way forwards. So this is going to come down to majority rule, as well as also line fit. Forward, two-way forward, and we want to say overall is... No, we're thinking fourth line two-way forward. So between like 80 and 82 is pushing it. So 80, I'm going to say between 79 and 81. Yeah, that's what I'm going to say for two-way forward. Let's go. Sorting by overall. Okay, Sam Bennett, he is an RFA. Majority, yeah, all majority vote. That could be a dangerous thing. Oh, yeah, wow. I said I was going to start the Habs game. Yeah, there is a Habs game. I was so enthralled in this stream that I forgot to set up the Habs game for myself. I'm going to turn that on just in front of me right here. Give me a moment. Locker Canadien, RDS. No Joey Alfieri, but at least it's RDS. And it's the intermission anyways. Great. Okay, so two-way forward. And we want a winger, because we have Nick Foligno already at center. Yeah, I'm sold on Pierre Engvall, though. Unless someone has someone in mind that they really want, or they just off from that list, I think I'm going to go after Pierre Engvall. Pat likes it. Legend says Pius Suter because of a bit of a, not a bias, but just a deep love. He had 6 games, 3 goals in the 2021. Fantastic. Pierre Engvall, yeah, he does. What kind of numbers did he have? He had 16 points, negative 18. But okay, I'm just gonna do it. Executive decision with a slight bit of majority, I think. Jack Ralzovic always, yeah, Jack Ralzovic's great, but I want someone who's gonna stick on that fourth line, not start to grow too much and want to move up. Marcus Sorensen and a fourth, woefully insufficient. Okay, let's just get the third then. Let's just get this out of the way. Marcus Sorensen and a third, you give me back a sixth and a seventh. What do you say there? Woefully insufficient. Isn't where it needs to be at all. Woefully insufficient. Buddy, you're playing this guy on your fourth line. On your third line. Sorensen, tough portrait. Yeah, he's up there with Mathieu Perreault. Come on. Give me Pierre Engvall, Toronto. I don't want to have to give you more than a third, but I have the picks to make it happen. We could have to go, yeah, we might go to Pius Suter, but I'll give it one last shot here. I'll throw in one of the 3 7th-round picks, just to see if that makes it budge at all. Isn't sufficient at all. Okay, forget it. See you later, Kyle Dubas. All the best. I really wanted Pierre Engvall, but you lost me. Pius Suter, medium top 9. Defensive categories, let's see him. 82, oh, that's 77 shot blocking. Pius. 2-star physical? Hold on, now I'm seeing these stats. He's 5'9" with 2-star physical. That's not ideal. And he's on Toronto as well. They're not going to want to do it. Okay, forget it. I don't think Pius Suter is going to happen either. So we're back to square one here. Again, 83, 83, 85. Yeah, 83, 83, 85 versus 85, 80, 85. It's all, I know we're kind of like cutting hairs here, splitting hairs here. Darren Helm's out here. 86, 85, 87. Ooh, a nice little veteran presence with 80 poise, 90 discipline. Oh, I like Darren Helm. I'm liking Darren Helm here, my friends. Cheap contract as well. I'm liking Darren Helm. This is a wild name here. 86, 85, 87 might be the guy. Lowry, he's good, but I don't want a centerman. Good night, Mark. Thanks for dropping by. Anybody else out here? Kajula, 83, 80, 84. Yeah, you know what? Let's just do it. Let's just trade with our good friends over in Minnesota. Darren Helm. Let's get him on board. And they want to trade him? Wonderful. I was about to trade a third and a seventh. Now I could probably just trade like a fifth, right? Let's see. Let's see it. 5th round pick for Darren Helm. What do you say, Minnesota? Okay, you know what? Maybe I was going a little crazy there. 4th round pick. What do you say, Minnesota? Oh, they'll do it. All right, so can I take I gotta squeeze you here. Can I get a 6th out of this? No, I didn't think I would, but they didn't have any 7ths. So let's try the 7th in 2023. Rejected. All right, so we didn't just a touch. Okay, we could swap 7ths. Yeah, that's what we'll do. The classic 7th round pick swap. 4th and a 7th for Helm and a 7th. Welcome to Ottawa. 4th line extraordinaire. Let's get him in the lineup and let's start simming. Yeah, there's the grit. There's the veteran presence. That's what we want. Thanks again, as I'm just fixing the line here. Thanks, everyone. 25 people tonight. Usually, that's more than usual. So I really appreciate everyone just taking the time to be here. And I hope you're all enjoying the content, because we can't run a team here in Ottawa without a good board of governors. And just because I'm the guy holding the controller doesn't mean that you do not have an impact, as we've been seeing all throughout tonight's episode. So I very much appreciate it, and if you want to see more content like this, the YouTube channel is the place to go. I think I need to send down someone in the NHL, right? I need to send down Madison Bowie. You know what? I sent down Bowie. I claimed Bowie off waivers, so I should be able to send down Bowie without having any repercussions. Hopefully, yes. Wonderful. Glad everyone's glad. If everyone's glad, then I'm glad. I appreciate that, everybody. Thanks for all the love. Oh, now it's coming in. Stop. Sorensen, you're out of here. Darren Helm, veteran presence with a great. It should be a 0 here. Yeah, 0. That's what I expected. Because Norris is not. He's playing center. Gambrel. No, yeah, this is fine. Darren Helm, 4th line, 79 overall. There we go. Hutchinson, Sorensen. We're good to go. All right, we are finally ready. It's just, you know what my game is, Pat? It's all those, it's the fantasy sports. Soon I'm just going to drop it on you. $50 buy-in for the fantasy sports for every single one of those leagues. The team is set. We are ready to go. We are 0-2-0 to start the season, but now we have Mantha, now we have Graves, now we have Helm. Let's do it. At Canadian Tire Center in Ottawa. Didn't mean to press that button. Alexander Ovechkin playing against his old team. It is showtime. We're going to be pushing for the playoffs. Get your croissants out, and let's do it. Nutella horns for everybody. Drake Batherson in the for game 1 of the official new era. First period is 1-0 over on Vitek Vanacek. Let's go. Colin, welcome to the stream. Unless you're already here, but welcome. Glad to have you as well. Second period, 3-1. Dylan Gambrell scores to make it 2-0. Alexiev scores on the power play, but then Logan Couture restores that 2-goal lead, and we're up by 2 heading into the third period. Just checking the overalls. Oh, he has to do something against his team. Drake Batherson, 2nd goal of the night. 4-1 Senators now. And it's now 5 as Logan Couture gets his 2nd as well. Both Couture and Batherson are looking for the hat trick. Power play goes to nowhere, though, unfortunately. Ballistic Pumpkin, welcome to the stream. Doing well, my friend. It's been a good day. We've been having some fun. Thank you for making it. 5-2, the final for the new era here in Ottawa. 2 goals and an assist for Drake Batherson, 2 goals for Logan Couture, 1 goal, 1 assist for Dylan Gambrell. Let's string some wins together, my friends. Ovi, we're going to check that. Ovi, no goals, no assists, 4 shots on net, 1 hit, 21.5 minutes of ice time, took 4 faceoffs, won 2 of them. Great night for Ovi. Did you trade for Ovi or something? We signed Ovechkin. He wasn't getting signed after a couple of weeks of free agency, so we said, hey, why the heck not? We gave him a pitch, we flew him out, and he signed on. So let's get a little bit of simulation done here now. Let's go see the Wings, actually. Oh, let's go see the Wings. Mantha's old team. Oh, I guess, yeah, he respects the Caps. Formenton, yeah! What? Let's go! Alex Formenton just signed an 8-year, $1.35 million per AAV contract. Let's go! That's huge. He has a perfect fit on the first line. I think he's going to grow wonderfully, and he's our first liner of the future. Alex Formenton, 8 years at 1.350. Whew. Well, what's this offer here from the Panthers? This is an interesting offer. Hold on. My Canadians game feed in front of me is falling over. A 3rd-round pick and Nick Foligno. Interesting. But he's 49 over. He's a good prospect in the real world, but that's 49 overall. Yeah, he has medium top 6 potential. 2-way forward. Those are atrocious stats, though. Yeah, that's really weird that he's 49 overall, though. I'm going to pass. That's a major project, and Foligno's happy on the 4th line. It's not necessary for us to make that deal. 4-2 loss against the Panthers. 3-2 loss against the Winnipeg Jets, unfortunately. We're 1-4-0. Nice 2-1 win against the Lightning. Oilers, we lose 2-1. Okay, so every game we've lost has been within 1 or 2 goals, aside from the game against the Sharks. That doesn't count before the team had had our upgrades. So we're 2-5-0, not great, but we're playing well. So the Wings are 2-4-3. We're gonna go up against them. We need the chemistry to come through out here, and the better this team is, the shorter Matt Murray's leash is. So Matt Murray, you got to wake up a little bit, buddy, because I will not be afraid to get a better goalie with all those picks out here. We're hoping for playoffs, Ballistic. We're hoping for playoffs. Let's go. First period, 1-1. Artem Zub on Tuukka Rask. And then Grabner scores on Murray. Second period, 2-1. Nick Foligno, we didn't trade him. The son of Ottawa, he gives us the 2-1 lead. Shots 22-17 for the Wings, but we're up by 1. Zub, like tubes. You ever see those commercials back then? Those tubes. Power play Ottawa's killed off. Shots, we now take the lead in shots. We still only hold a slim 1-goal lead. The unparalleled success is underway. Come on, let's hang on tight. Let's even add another one. Dylan Larkin scores with a minute 52 to go. And this game's tied at 2. At least we get to go see some overtime action. But we're headed to overtime. That's a backbreaker. There's Ovi with the A on his jersey. All right, Wings and Sens, overtime. In Detroit. 4 2/3 years of success, yes. Contend. I'm fairly new to franchise mode. I'm curious how important is line chemistry. How can I have a successful team with neutral line chemistry? And then just a question mark. So you know what? Let me pause this super quickly. So the chemistry, it makes good players even greater. It makes normal players even better. But can you succeed without the chemistry? Yes, certainly. It's just that chemistry, yeah, and then it comes down, then here come the nitty-gritty. Okay, what about the real sim that we're doing right here? This simulation right here, does chemistry matter? What about in calendar sim? What about in real-time sim? What about the playoffs? So there's a lot of discussion about when chemistry matters, when does it matter the most. This lady's dancing, she's loving it here in Detroit at the Little Caesars Arena. She's hot and ready. So there's a lot of little intricacies that go into it. There's a little nuanced things you got to know. So big one-timer save from Murray. So I would encourage you to check out the Discord server for further questions, but I hope that kind of helped you out. I play a lot of franchise mode in NHL 18-19 and line chemistry. Oh, again. No, Murray. Shabbat, Couture, no coverage, one-timer right in the slot. Murray should have had that. Oh, right under the arm. So, yeah, sorry, I know that was a bit of a circle. We were watching overtime at the same time. We were up 2-1. We lose 3-2 in the end. That's pretty devastating. But, man, we're 2-5-1. I can't sim big blocks. I gotta go slowly here because I'm not sold on Murray at the moment. Pat with a good point there as well. 4-3 loss, another 1-goal loss against Buffalo. They want to give me Joni Ikonen for Nick Foligno and a 3rd-round pick. People really want Foligno in a 3rd. Joni Ikonen, 65 overall, but 22 years of age. No, I don't want a 22-year-old at 65. Might be time to look for a goalie sooner rather than... Okay, then it comes out and gives a 1-0 shootout win. That's a massive shutout. 6-2 win against the Hurricanes. Okay, all right, 4-6-1. Let's see the Battle of Ontario. The Leafs are 9-2-1. This will be a tough matchup. Let's see right here. First period against Toronto, 1-0. Okay, Anthony Mantha. That's what we want to see. Thank you. Second period, 2-1. Anthony Mantha, 2nd of the night. Morgan Riley on the power play. There's a reason everybody wants Foligno. Yeah, a good point from JK there. Tavares ties this game up at 2 as we're close to being halfway through the period. But Alexander Ovechkin, that's why we got him, puts us ahead. 3-2 Ottawa Senators here in a massive Battle of Ontario game. With under 5 minutes to go. Shots are pretty even. Dylan Gambrell gives us the 2-goal lead. Will that be enough? Ovechkin adds another. Final nail in the coffin. And that will be a massive dub. Thank you. There's Mark and Data Simming. What a night. Ovechkin 2 goals. Mantha 2 goals. Murray 29 saves. So the last 3 games. We're thinking about trading him. The last 3 games he has definitely shown up. He has definitely shown up. So we're now 5-6-1. What did I say I wanted to do here? I want to see the record book. That's what I want to see. How close is Ovi to breaking some of these records? So at the moment, no records are even close to be broken, I don't think. Nick Foligno's records with the Senators actually come back. That's pretty cool. He now is playing in his 6th season with 62 goals for in his career with the team. 363 games played, all that stuff. So that's pretty cool. Season records, we don't care about that. Rookie records, game. I don't think there's any of those. Yeah, so we're just thinking about NHL records. Alexander Ovechkin in the goal category here. He has 763 goals, so he is just 4 away from passing Jaromir Jagr for 3rd all-time in goals in this franchise mode here. Points, he's not in the top 5 quite yet. So, okay, we're just keeping note of that. Alexander Ovechkin, 4 goals away from passing Jagr. Murray's playing okay. Murray is playing okay so far, so you know what? Nothing to say, really. Yet. Back-to-back home and home here. Oh, yikes. Not a home and home, just both on the road. 4-0 loss against the Rangers, and then a 7-1 win against the Flyers. Nice. Red Wings, we lose 2-0. We got shut out twice in 3 games. Then a 4-1 win against the Kings. Mark Mantha, back spasms on mobile. Hey, perfect. Thank you, Lunchbox. Jets, they might be the best in the division. They might. I'm just saying more like a lot more in-depth. There's a lot more keys to bring success in franchise mode now compared to 3 years ago. Yeah, so I definitely do see that. 6-3 win against Vegas, that's good. I definitely do see that then contend. I do see that happening, and I hope that it does, but I hope that it also doesn't become so much that it breaks your head. I hope that it becomes something you can kind of play with, kind of like Fog of War, right? If you want to break your head, you can go ahead and turn it on. But if you don't feel like breaking your head, you can go ahead and turn it off. So that's like I would want it, but I'd also want to have the ability to turn it off if I hate it, type of thing. It's an interesting balance. Oh, nice Lunchbox. That's important for fantasy hockey. You got to be able to watch. All right, so actually, whoa, the Oilers are 12-1-4. Let's go see them. With that win against Vegas, we're now 600. We're at 500 with a record of 8-8-1, which is very nice to see. Oilers are a tough team, always in the simulation here. So let's see what we can do against them. First period, 1-0 Oilers. Boyd scores on Murray. Second period, 4-1. Let's go. What a second period. Logan Couture scores a long time ago, and then we score 3 goals within 3 minutes with Batherson, White, and Ovi finishing off the second period strong. 4-1 Ottawa. Sheesh. 3-goal lead in the third period. Power play Edmonton is killed off. Oh, this could make us go above 500 here. This would be a huge win, giving Edmonton their second regulation loss as well, and I think it will be, as Dylan Gambrell makes it 5-1 against Alex Stalock, who's now in nets. Wonderful. That's a huge statement win right there. Sharnagovic scores right there and makes it 5-2, but we won't care about that. Goal and 2 assists for White and Gambrell, and 1 goal, 1 assist for Drake Batherson. So with that 5-2 win, I think we'll take a pause here. It's been 18 games. Yeah, we'll check that out. We'll check out the team scoring here. I just want to see if there's any big changes we got to make quite yet. How are we liking it? Tim Stützle's killing it on that top line with a +5. He is at a point per game at the moment. Alex Ovechkin is at 16 points in 18 games. Anthony Mantha's played an extra 2 games. He has 16 points. So the top line is clicking. Dougie Hamilton, 14. Actually, Tkachuk is the one on the top line. Mantha's on the second line. Jake DeBrusk. Very nice to see that from Jake DeBrusk. 11 points in 18 games. You want to rejuvenate his career. Couture, 11. White and Brandstrom both with 8. Batherson, Gambrell, 7. Shabbat only 6, but a +3. Artem Zub's out there. Ryan Graves, a +3. Not bad for a team that was struggling there. Just barely at 500. These are decent plus-minuses. Matt Murray, talk to me, baby. 8-8-1 with a shutout. Look at Philip Gustafsson, though. Only 2 appearances, but 1-1-0 with a .923 save percentage. But you know what? Murray, those aren't the worst numbers. .904 save percentage and a 2.58 goals against average. I'm happy with keeping you there for now. I think you're doing okay. I think you are doing okay. So I know that Sim will want us to watch the Ducks. So you know what? They're 6-10-4. A little 2007 Stanley Cup rematch. Let's do it here against the Ducks. First period, 1-0, Josh Mahura. Second period, 2-1. Raquel scores in the power play. But then with 8 seconds left, DeBrusk cuts the lead to 1. We're heading into the third, only down by 1. Yeah, Gustafsson does sim well quite consistently in NHL 21, gotta say. Down by 1. Let's get another one past Gibson here. Let's go. Anaheim on the power play, though. We kill it off very nicely. And Tim Stützle scores his sixth goal of the season, which gives us the second goal that we needed on the night here. Power play's killed off late there. Power play for Anaheim in the dying seconds. And we're headed to overtime. Let's see it. Anaheim on the power play early. Oh, no. Long power play for Anaheim. What? They were on the power play like the entire overtime. Let me see this. We got... Did we take any penalties or just no? It was just... That was a glitch then. Yeah, that was definitely a glitch. It still says on the power play here. That's weird. Sorry, Contend. Let me check your comment. Also, I noticed a lot of the computer teams do amazing when they have bad line chemistry. I'm curious why it matters so much for the user control team, but seemingly not the computer run teams. That is a fantastic question, and I wish that there was an answer for you. It's just, I guess it just doesn't apply to them very well. But you know what? It may apply to them, and it may just be coincidence that they do well. I don't know. Like I could, like if a computer team has a playmaker, power forward, power forward, playmaker, sniper, do they have better chemistry? I don't think there's anything that can really affirmatively say yes or no. Either way, we're in the shootout here, and in the shootout, we lose 3-2 as it is a game-winning goal from Ryan Ellis, even though Ovechkin scored. So we'll drop that one in the shootout, unfortunately. We still get a point, better than nothing. We do what we can. We are now 9-8-2 on the season. The Ducks Slim are 7-10-4, so I'm not sure if they're necessarily winning. Let's go see. I don't know who we're going to go see. Let's just start simulating. Let's just get deeper into the season. We still have a lot of season to go here. Mark Mantha can stay out there. Back spasms for Nikita Nesterov. Yeah, you could be right, Lunchbox. Bowie. So Mike Morgan. Yeah, Mike Riley can play with Madison Bowie down here. Average team make it far in the playoffs. Yeah, maybe. I wish I could tell you. 3-2 loss against the Hurricanes. 5-1 win against the Islanders. There we go. Detroit, we beat them 3-1. Come on, Gustafsson. Whoever got the back-to-back. 6-4 loss. I don't know who was there. Yeah, I'll give you 2 seconds, and a roster player for a second and a third. Come on, Vegas. What are you doing? Nesterov is fully healed. We'll get him back in because he's really good for chemistry. Riley, he had 1 goal. There you go, in 3 games. So we'll put Nesterov back in. How's Nesterov doing? 5 assists in 15 games. Logan Brown currently at 16 points. Formenton at 15 points. Pekka at 13. Sokolov 9. Chartier 14. Jake Sanderson at 3 goals, 4 assists for 7 points. 6-2 win against Columbus. Very nice. We're 12-10-2. Philadelphia and Vancouver coming up. Roster management, blah, blah, blah. 3-1 against... Yes, let's go. 3-1 win, 7-2 win, 3-1 loss. A third-round pick for Xavier Ouellet. Come on. 14-11-2. Tampa beat us 3-1 last time. We're now facing them again, and we lose 4-1 this time. And we let in an extra goal. Colorado, up against the Ryan Graves against his old team. We beat them 8-3. Then we shut out Nashville 5-0. Let's go. A 4-3 win against Columbus. Tampa Bay, come on, we got to beat them now. There we go. 3-2 win against Tampa Bay in the shootout. We're now 18-12-2. What I want to see quickly is just the scouting report here. Because I know that we got new... Where's the scouts? Assigned scouts. I know we got new scouts. I forgot to send out those scouts specifically. So I should probably send them out quickly. Unless they went automatically. No, the Extra Liga scout I got to send out. That's what we got to do. Can you give me a quick brief as to what I should do for scouting throughout the course of the year? Oh, man. Quick, brief thing throughout the course of the year. I would just say, if I have to keep it really brief, what I would say is... yeah, I know there's a whole scouting video, but to keep it apart from 50 minutes... I guess the main thing is making sure to refine it throughout the year. So don't keep scouting people that you don't care about. If they have 2 bars AHL top 6, just give up on them. You know what I'm talking about? So so I send them out in September. I said, Nelbrin, wow, let's go, Nelbrin. Great to see you, buddy. The scouting, we're almost done the scouting. So, I first day of preseason September, I send them out until February. Then in February, I see who's worth my time to go up to May. In May, I say who's worth my time. I really want to know. And then by May, I should also know approximately where I'm drafting. And that allows me to scout maybe 4 more players per region per scout up until June. So round 1 in September, round 2 in February, round 3 is in May. I usually do 3 rounds of scouting like that. But for regions that only have like 10 prospects in them, you may be able to do like 6 rounds because it doesn't take as long to scout those players. That's my quick lesson on scouting there. All right, sorry for that little pause there. I had to get the scouting done. The Sabres are 29-3. So let's just keep on running through here. Let's go into the month of January, and we'll see how we're looking by then. Buffalo's going to be a tough one. We beat them 4-1. Lovely. Looking for win number 20. Hold on. We lose in the shootout, then we beat Calgary 6-3. Sorry, Nelbrin. LA Kings are 15-21 and something. We lose 2-1 against them. Brutal. Les Canadiens de Montréal qui sont 13-21-1. And then, oh wow, we beat the Canadiens and then they fire their head coach. Oh, look at that. 5-3 win. And then we beat the Maple Leafs 4-1. We're on a roll, my friends. 5-2 win against Minnesota. January 1st is here. Year number 2. Unparalleled success. Say it with me, everybody. 23-13-3 is the record. Let's go. Who do we want to see in the month of January? Who do we want to see? Winnipeg. Ooh, they're 27-8-2. Let's go see Winnipeg. Let's do it. Unparalleled success. Nick Foligno, mild concussion. He's only out for a few days. Not a big deal. Julien fired in the virtual world as well. So I'm going to put Sorensen in here. And then Darren Helm can go center. Yes, Slim, talk to me. -1, but it's only for like 3 days or something. That's funny, Boomba. 4-3 loss against the Ducks. 6-4 loss against the Blues. Yikes. Then a 4-2. Wait, what's going on out here? Marcus Sorensen. So help me, Marcus Sorensen. If you are a -3 or below, I'm putting you on waivers. -1. Why an offensive-minded coach? Well, let me tell you. It's called. This is a +5. This is a +5, and that's a +5. So that's why the offensive-minded coach. 4-3, then a 3-2 win against the Panthers. Okay. We're 24-16-3. The Jets are 39-2. Hold on a second. Canadians have their net pulled. And Sorensen's automatically put on the PK set. Oh, no. I didn't even realize that. I forgot that Foligno's out there. Okay, well, we won't do that again. Thank you, Boomba. 1 minute left in the Canadians game. They're down by 1 with an empty net. Everybody tune into that game. And, okay, actually, forget it because the Jets just ended it. So the Jets just scored an empty netter to beat the Canadians. That means we need to avenge them, and we need to beat Winnipeg right here, right now in the slow sim. Let's do it. First period, bang, 2-1. Jake DeBrusk, Alex Ovechkin, 2 of my sniper heroes. Blake Wheeler scores on the power play, 2-1. Second period, 4-3 now, 4-3. Brady Tkachuk scores on the power play. Pierre-Luc Dubois on the power play as well. Then Ehlers, then Mantha on the power play. A lot of power play goals from both teams here. Everyone on that team quote. Sorry, that just makes me think of his "I have everyone on that team" quote. Sorry, it's weird when the letters trail off into the next line. It makes me read it weird. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4 of the 7 goals tonight have been on the power play. Third period, we are up by 1. Make that up by 2 as Anthony Mantha gives us the 2-goal lead. Shots are 31-21. We're doing very well in the slow sims tonight against probably the best team in the NHL. Make it 6-3. Alex Ovechkin, power play again. Let's just keep piling it on. Berdin, whoever this goalie is for the Jets. We're up by 3, and that's going to be a nice, juicy dub. Let's go. We avenge the Canadians. Better than nothing, as Ovechkin gets 2 goals and an assist, Brady Tkachuk a goal and 2 assists with 5 hits, and Anthony Mantha 2 goals, no assists, wonderful. Jake DeBrusk, mild concussion. Thankfully, it's only until January 20th. So, and as a sniper, we can just replace him. Maybe Sorensen could go second line. Well, here he is, Mr. TJ K-Burger. Man, I'm just going to entertain you, buddy. I'm going to entertain you till the sun rises. Marcus Sorensen does give the second line a +3, so I think I may as well just keep Sorensen as a second liner. as DeBrusque is going to be injured for a few games. Not a big deal. He's only going to be out for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games, I think. No, yeah, not a huge deal. So we are 25, 16, and 3. The Jets are 30, 10, and 2. Tornado's in here. Tornado's in here somewhere. Alex Ovechkin killing it out here. Stream till 7 a.m. Confirmed. So now we must have Ovechkin must have broken the moved into third. Yeah, he is now third all time in goals. He is close to passing Gordie Howe for second. Currently at 792 as he passed Jagger. He's gonna do it. He's gonna get to number 1 here in Ottawa. I'd love to keep him till he retires here. And then it would make sense as well that he leaves Washington and comes to a team and stays there until he's ready to call it a career. So wonderful. We're gonna keep on simming. Let's go to... Might as well go see the game against the Penguins, because that'll be the game before DeBrusque is back. Let's go. Let's do it. Stats... Yeah, yes, it does. It does glitch sometimes. 3-2 win against Dallas. Lovely. Buffalo, we lose 6-1. We beat the Canadiens 7-4. And then here we go against the Devils. We lose 3-2 in a shootout. So we're 27, 17, and 4 up against the 20, 23, and 4 Pittsburgh Penguins. Here we go against Le Penguin Pittsburgh. First period, bang! Whoo! Baby! 4-0. Ovechkin on the power play. Mantha starting over in Pittsburgh. Colin White, Josh Norris, Alex Ovechkin, second of the night. Bang. 4-0 Senators. Second period, 8-3! What is happening? Brandstrom scores right away on Jarry, who came in relief for Antti Ranta. McCann and Tanev score back-to-back to try and get them back in it. But then Stützle and Tkachuk, the bromance continues. Malkin scores a third for the Penguins, but then Darren Helm scores the 8th goal of the night for Ottawa, and we're only 40 minutes into this game. So with the third period still to go, we are up in shots 26-17. Franchise, baby. Brady Tkachuk on the power play. Let's get to double digits. Power play Penguins. Double digits. Who's going to get us to double digits? Ooh, 5-on-3. Okay, Crosby scores on the power play against his old friend Matt Murray. Let's go. We need just one more here. 8 minutes. We score 8 goals in 50 minutes. Sorry, 9 goals in 50 minutes. We can get one more. Now McCann scores on the power play. Come on, Murray. Even on a night like tonight, you're letting in goals. 9-6. Okay. What's going on out here? If we played another period, it would be a 9-9 game. Ends 9-6 the final. Hey, we'll take it. We either score 7 or allow 7. I guess we did both tonight. 2 goals and 2 assists for Tkachuk and Ovechkin. Sidney Crosby scores 2 goals and an assist. We'll take it. Did anyone not score a point tonight? Let me see this. Yeah, we're not going to have a massive debate over there in the comments. Aki Berg is greater than Paul Coffey. We're not going to start talking about that. Croissant King is going to lose it as well. Graves, Zub, Savard, Batherson, Mantha, Sorensen. Really, that second line, Mantha, Sorensen, no points from them. But big nights from the big boys up here, as Tkachuk, Ovi both get 4, Stützle gets 3, Shabbat, White, Hamilton, all with 2. Aki Berg, he's probably someone you would make a shrine to if you watched the Leafs in the early 2000s. And then we saw the 3 stars. All right, 9-6 the final. Tough night from Murray, though, as that's going to hurt the numbers, as we'll sim through the All-Star break and get to February 1st. Jake DeBrusque fully healed. Lovely. How did Sorensen do on that second line? 8 games, no points, and a -8. Marcus Sorensen, you are literally finished on this team. That is shamefully disgusting. How's Brandstrom doing out here? Yeah, he's up to an 83 overall. Lovely. Anybody else growing in overall? I don't believe so. Nope. No growth in overall, aside from Brandstrom up to an 83. Nice. 28, 17, and 4 is the record at the moment. We'll sim through the All-Star break after a 6-5 loss against Calgary in overtime. Hate to see it. Now we're moving into the month of February. So now in February, what I want to do here, I'm not sure if I can give Brandstrom more chemistry, to be honest, though. I'd have to pair him with a defensive defenseman who has 2 check marks, and even then it would probably only be a +3 max, right? Yeah, but I'm happy with keeping him with Shabbat with a +1. He's playing like an 84, but I know it would be great to get him even more. But 90 overall Shabbat isn't anything to sneeze at, I don't think. I wanted to fix my trade block here. I'll put Sorensen on the block. Sorensen, man, You kill me. Chillin', how many times do we need to tell you, my friend? The offensive or defensive coach has nothing to do with offense or defense at all. Absolutely nothing. It has nothing to do with goals against average. Nothing to do at all with that. The type of coach, it's their defensive and offensive. Actually, let me show you here. Tacos are such a nice high-protein meal if you can get the high ground. Yes, actually, I had tacos the other night with the right meat. Exactly. Yes, a little light sour cream. Okay, I see you, Nelbrin. I see you. I did my 7-minute abs today as well, Nelbrin, and so I did the 21 days for bigger arms for with Athlete X, and I grew I did the 22 days, and I got an extra 3/4 of an inch on my arms, and now I'm doing it for a second time. So just a little update for you, Nelbrin, just for all the Athlete Xers out there. Anyway, so Slim, if a style offense means nothing, it's the offense and defense ratings here. B-, B-. So if I have a defensive coach with C-rated defense, a defensive coach with C-rated defense, that's garbage. I'd rather have an offensive coach with B- rated defense. So it has nothing to do with the style. It has all to do with those ratings right there. Yeah, no goalie coach. I don't know. We didn't hire one. Should we get one? What do you think, Colin? Should we get a goalie coach? Are there any good goalie coach? Our staff chemistry is 71, so I wouldn't want to ruin anything. B-, that's pretty good. Hey, you know what? Why not? You want to be the goalie coach? I don't even know if he'll sign on to be the goalie coach, but you know what? Why not? Yeah, I remember that legend. I remember that. Does staff chemistry affect anything besides the text when you hire someone? I think I've had anecdotal experiences that seem to tell me that staff experience has an impact, but who knows? Just keep the anecdotal evidence and keep rolling, just like always. Just go to AHL assistant and find a goalie specialist with A or A+ teaching. Oh, hold on, let me check that out. Hire staff. Murray could use the help. That's true. Go AHL assistant, goalie specialty. A-, A-, A. Okay, so a lot of A's, and A-. Oh, what do you guys think? Should we actually sign a goalie coach? Like, I just signed somebody, but should we sign someone instead who's D-rated but has really high teaching? I don't know. Let me know your thoughts. I'm not going to spend too much time on that. If you think we should, then I'll go back to it. Yeah, but would that coach give us +5s and all those lines? That's the problem. Okay, moving into the month of February. We're getting close to the trade deadline. Will we be making any moves? We do not know. I'm open to trading Marcus Sorensen. Happy to join the team. Jerry Lutz, welcome. We got 4-3 overtime loss. Yeah, 4-2 win against Vegas. 4-2 loss against the Coyotes. Looking for win number 30 here, and there it is against the Hawks. 6-3 win. Boston Bruins, 3-2 win against them. Any goalie coach is better than no goalie coaches, right? You can always fire him. Yeah, good point. Very good point. Another mild concussion for Jake DeBrusk. That's not good. But I'm not putting Sorensen in the lineup. He has proven to me that he cannot be trusted. So, you know what? I'm literally going to put Sorensen on waivers, and I'd rather call up someone from Belleville to play than have to play Sorensen again. So, Sorensen, you're going down in the system. Who wants to come up here? Someone who won't affect chemistry too much. Maybe like Bo Bennett's affecting chemistry. Maybe Senishin. Why not? Let's get him. There we go. Enjoy. And he doesn't get claimed because why would he? Senishin, welcome to the NHL. He won't play second line. But you know what? That's ironic, actually. The guy, he got drafted with DeBrusk. Now he's replacing Jake DeBrusk here. So it actually gives it a +3. And he fits the first line perfectly. We keep a +5 on the first line. By the way, Ovi down to a 93 and Stützle up to an 86. Whoa! Look at this! Brandstrom, 86 overall. Whoo! What a little bit of stretch of growth from him. 86 overall from Brandstrom, and we're not even done the season. Sheesh, maybe we should sign Brandstrom ASAP. Oh my goodness, we hadn't signed him because I think that he either he didn't want it or the money that he wanted was weird. We were hoping it was going to come down, but now it might go up even more. Or oh no, what am I saying? Boys and girls, get excited. We extended Brandstrom already. We extended him 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years at $5 million. Let's get excited. 7 years at $5 million. He's already up to an 86 overall. Yes, I knew it. I knew that there had to be. I wouldn't have let that slip through the cracks. We needed to get him signed up. Woke up with a little extra pizzazz and just went out and got it done. Beautiful. Yeah, but it doesn't matter. Ovechkin's overall does not matter. He still simulates just as well. Hey, boys and girls, we're 32, 18, and 6. We are flying out here. Oh, here come. Oh, we got to keep the language. We got to keep it down. We got to keep it a little PG-12 environment like always. GM Data, he has a way in the negotiation room. Somehow he gets it done. 4-1 win. 4-3 win. Pierre Dorion, get out of here. 5-4 shootout loss. Jake DeBrusk is fully healed. Senishin, how'd you do, buddy? Let me see. 2 goals in 4 games. Meanwhile, I have Sorensen in 8 games, getting 0 goals and a -8. Senishin, well done. Enjoy the press box in the NHL, buddy. You earned it. Pittsburgh Penguins, they now have a winning record, and they beat us 2-1. Okay. DeBrusk injury prone, maybe get an upgrade at the deadline. Ooh, that's a good idea. That is a good idea. That we need to think, because if he gets injured in the playoffs, Senishin's not the best idea. Yeah, we will check the penalty kill as well. 4-2 loss against the Bruins. Last game here before the trade deadline. Well, actually, technically the game against the Florida Panthers will be the last game. First period against the Islanders, 2-1, Mantha and Stützle. More scores for them. Second period, 3-2, goal apiece there. Mantha and Kevin Shattenkirk. DeBrusk does play very well in the playoffs. Not a replacement per se, just someone, maybe just like a better depth player than Senishin. So, just like a scoring depth kind of guy. Ovi makes it 4-2 against Varlamov. 2-goal lead with 7 minutes to go. Will we make a deal? I'm trying to think. Like, what kind of guy would we get? Batherson 5, like maybe like an 81 overall sniper type of guy. Like, just swap out Sorensen. 5-2 win. 2 goals from Mantha. Goal and assist from Ovi and Stützle. Just what we want to see. Absolutely love it. So here's the thing, though. If we make a deal, I don't want to do it at the deadline because then I have to redo all my lines, and that is the last thing that I want to do. Ovi is at 81 points. What a monster. So let's get a quick moment here. We'll check the stats. We'll check the points. Let's see here. Have you ever had to ban someone from the stream? No, I've had to ban bots. Bots that come in and say, like, do you want to get famous? Buy followers here. I've had to ban people like, bots like that. But I've never banned an actual person. We've muted Just Chillin' a couple times for different reasons, but no actual bans. Just for a little 2 minutes penalty box type of thing. Commander Data, I wish. If he was available, that would be amazing. Yeah, we will go into the trade deadline. Just I would prefer to make the deals before then. Tom Wilson might be a bit too much value, but we'll check him out. Either way, sorry. So the Ottawa Senators, there we are, 6th. Oh, wow, we're that high. Look at us. Look at us. We are in 6th place in the NHL after finishing in last place last season. Beautiful. So power play, 21.5% puts us at the top over here. Very nice. And the penalty kill at 79.8 could be better. That puts us close to the bottom, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tied for 5th bottom. Penalty kill could definitely be improved. Let's check the points here one more time. Plus minuses, maybe. Ovi, 81 and 62. Look at Timmy Stützle. 74 points for him. 74 and 62. Brady Tkachuk over a point per game. Dougie Hamilton, 56 and a plus 22. Mantha, 52. Logan Couture with 50. Jake DeBrusk, 34 and 53. I like it. Colin White, 29. Shabbat, 29. Brandstrom, 21 at that 86. Oh, man. Yeah, it's expected, Nelbert. That's true. That is expected. Foligno with 20 down on the 4th line. Batherson, Helm, Norris. Graves is a plus 24. Yes. Nice. So the worst plus minus on the team is Batherson. So it's the 3rd line of Gambrel, White, and Batherson that struggles the most defensively. Gotcha. And then checking out the goalies here. Knock on wood. So Matt Murray, 29, 17, and 6 with 2 shutouts, 901 save percentage, 2.75 goals against. And Gustafsson is 6, 4, and 1 with a 902 save percentage and a 2.78 goals against average. We can't get Edmondson because if we put 2 defensive defensemen on the bottom pair, that would hurt the chemistry. So, yeah, those are the points there. We think maybe a second line scoring upgrade. Let's see who's available. Let's check the trade blocks. Let's see what we're looking like. Sorensen has to go. I don't want him here anymore. Fowler, too much value. Hold on. Let's look through the NHL trade blocks here. I'm trying to look at skaters matching the block. Fantastic. Okay, so Ryan Ellis, Hampus Lindholm are both on the block here. But I don't think there's really any defensive changes to make. Like that Ryan Graves line is doing amazing. Like the top 4D is amazing. If anything, it would be a third pair defenseman. But even then, our defense is quite good. I like our defense. Hampus Lindholm's an option. He's on an expiring contract. Scout. Oh, he fits deep pairing 3. How about that, eh? He fits deep pairing 3. Oh, baby. Deep pairing 3. That's tempting. Okay, keep that in mind. Let's see. Kajula, Vlasic, Jarmelson's on an expiring deal. Does not fit any of the lines, though. Craig Smith, too expensive. Not the right fit. Zub Crew, though. Gotta keep Zub. If you trade for him, you have to keep Zub. Of course. Jack Quinn, Theo Rochette. Jeff Skinner on the block, of course. Hagel. Sam Bennett on the block. No, not worth it. Good night, Andrew. Thanks for stopping by. Always a blast to have you in here. And I look forward to hearing your thoughts once this is posted. Dominic Kubalik fits the first line, but not anywhere else. Patrick Marleau fits the first line. Patrick Marleau's interesting as a depth scoring kind of guy. Patrick Marleau, maybe he's the kind of guy we look at. Joe Thornton's having a decent year, maybe. Yeah, he's looking good. Marleau and Thornton both on the Blackhawks. A fan back when Ottawa trade talks happen. Zub Crew, let me hear you. Marleau's interesting. So's Thornton. Martin Kaut, Peak. Yeah, we're gonna think penalty kill guys as well. Spurgeon, Zach Kassian, no. Hepanyemi, Lundell, Kaliev, Zach Hyman, but wow, look at Zach Hyman signed to a 6-year, $7 million contract. That's crazy. That's crazy money. Petrie, Thomas Tatar, but he's injured and has 4 years left. Ben Sherratt. Fits all defensive pairings, but I don't think we can afford $3.5 million. Edmondson is on the block, but again, 3 years at 3.5. Don't think we can afford that. Toffoli's on the block. That's true, eh? You've paid him quite well in your franchise, Pat. All these guys are making too much money. Even Lindholm's making too much money. Too much money as well. If you want to get him, Ryan Strome, 1 year for him. Playmaker fits the first line. Zibanejad's on the block. Nick Leddy fits top 4D. Not what we need. Evgeny Malkin on the block. Wow. Burns. We don't need a 4th line center. That's not what we're looking at. We need a 2nd line scorer. Lindholm making 5.2 again, so that puts us over the cap. If we wanted to get Lindholm, it would cost us a little bit. Oops, sorry. Like if we're looking at defense here, that means Savard would have to come off. Or Zub, I guess. Everybody loves Artem. That's tough. That's really tough. Because let's say we trade Savard just for the cap. Now we're still over the cap. I don't think that can happen. Does Riley help at all? Not even that much. If we throw in Sorensen. Okay, this works. Then we have to throw in the picks with this. 2nd round pick. Oh, the Rangers' 2nd round pick's looking juicy. Like, should we offer this? What do you all think about this? Hampus Lindholm, expiring deal, 85 overall. He fits the deep pairing 3. Plus, he'd go on the penalty kill. He's an 85 overall defender with great attributes. He has 27 points in 62 games. If we're going to get a defenseman, this would probably be the guy, right? He's a 2-way D. If he plays with Savard, it probably keeps it at a +1 or a +3 max. I need to hear thoughts on this. This is why I pay you all the big bucks. Pull that trigger, says Colin. I don't know about that one. The trade itself is lovely, but third... Well, that's why he fits the third, and the first two pairs are pretty locked in. I'm going to send this offer as is. If it's rejected, we move on. Simple as that. Question is, are we really at the point where taking rentals will benefit us? That's why, like, he's a rental with a maybe on the re-sign. I'm just going to offer it. Let's just offer it. Trade rejected? All right. Value's not there whatsoever. The Stars have decided that this is not to be. But we still... Something that's important that we still need would be the depth scoring, right? So let's just look for like an 81 overall sniper, and then let's just go through to the end of the season. All right, so a few options here. Not too many, which I like. We got Kalle Järnkrok, Owen Tippett, Dylan Sprong, Patrick Marleau, Valerie Nichushkin, Jesse Puljujärvi, and Mattias Janmark. Let's see all these guys from according to line fit. Järnkrok, bottom 6. Owen Tippett, forward line 1, all power play, and penalty kill line 2. Good to know. Dylan Sprong, forward line 1, maybe. Patrick Marleau, forward line 1, penalty kill line 1. Nichushkin, forward line 1, power play, penalty kill. Puljujärvi fits forward line 2, and he could become something as well. And Janmark, top 6 forwards. I think I'm between Puljujärvi, Tippett, and Marleau. No, Sprong is not going on the PK. Why would we put a sniper on the penalty kill? That's gonna... It says that he fits, but then it hurts the chemistry, so it's just trying to fool you. Do not be fooled. So I'm between Tippett, Marleau, and Puljujärvi. Puljujärvi is not... No one has term. Nichushkin, he fits forward line 1, all power play, all penalty kill. 15 points in 63 games. Tippett has 30 points. No, snipers do not work on the power play. Max we get is a 0. Currently we have a +5. Putting a sniper will not keep it as a +5. Puljujärvi has 18 points in 61 games. Low cost to acquire and could keep him in the AHL. Could we? Does it say if he's No, he's waiver eligible. He is waiver eligible. And so is Tippett. But I gotta see how different is forward line 1 from forward line 2 chemistry-wise. Look at this guy, 77% team fit. Love it. I'll check DeBrusk's third line fit. Yeah, they're pretty different. They both have the same block, don't block bias. And they both have the same carry dump bias, but aside from that, they're pretty different. Anyway, so DeBrusk's second line fit, it's still good, but not as good. DeBrusk, so he could fit on the second line. Like someone who fits the first line perfectly. Let's say it's Tim Stützle. He also fits the second line, not the same. So first to second and second to third is not quite the same. Puljujärvi, I feel like Puljujärvi is just in too many franchise modes. I've had Puljujärvi before. I see a lot of people go for Puljujärvi because of his low value. Let's try and mix things up here. Let's try and go for Tippett. It'll cost us a bit more, but I'm down to try for it. Let's say I'll give you Marcus Sorensen. That's sorry fool. There you go. You even want him. Perfect. Yeah, I've seen conflicting things from Puljujärvi. So, okay, the salary cap works as well because he's only making .865. So, what kind of value could we throw in now? Any rookie skaters that you're interested in over here? We could add people with no value, pretty much. So we could just dump some guys we don't want. Like, I don't know, Kastelic here. What's a Mark Kastelic? Power forward with medium bottom 6 potential. No, Kastelic can go. Järventie could probably go as well. Yeah, Rudy Järventie. He's Robbie Järventie, a real-life second-round pick who got done dirty by EA with low top 9 and like 60 overall. So, okay, that gets us relatively close. And now we throw in a draft pick. That's why we got these picks. They don't want a lot of picks. They want late picks, really, huh? So, I mean, I could give you 2 7ths and a 5th. And does that get it close? Actually, I can't fit all that in. Like, how close is a 7th and a 5th here? Yeah, let's offer it. How close are we? Okay, not in the right city, let alone ballpark. Okay, you know what? No problem. Thank you for telling me that. Now I'll try with a 3rd round pick. How close does a 3rd round pick get us? Not really there. Yeah, it's 2 was a 72. I couldn't believe it. That was shocking. Nah, forget it. Right, yeah, exactly. Who would want to do that, right? We just, you know what? Because we have Abramov, we have Formenton. Maybe it would be a good idea not to go for someone who we want to have growing in our system long term. Maybe a guy like Patrick Marleau is the move because we get him really cheap, right? That's good stuff, Boomba. We get him cheap because they want to trade him. I think Patrick Marleau's the move here, my friends. We tried the other avenues, but I think this is the move. Sorensen and a low pick. A late pick. Give you a 7th, whatever. What do you think about this, Chicago? Trade rejected? Okay. Just because it's for depth as well. It's only if he may not have to play at all if DeBrusk stays healthy. So you know what, Chicago? I'll even make it a 5th. Bring in Gramps. We'll give you'll give me a 7th back. Rejected. Fantastic. Just the 5th. Rejected. Buddy, totally disconnected from our trade block wants. I don't care what you want. I'm giving you trade value, and you will accept it. You're pretty far off in value. What? You're a losing team with a 42-year-old that you want to move, and I'm offering you a 3rd-round pick and a roster player. Yeah, and then I take out... You're pretty far off, to be honest. I take off the 7th-round pick. I am happy to accept this proposal. Okay. I gave up our 3rd. I'm banking on us being a good team. We have multiple other 3rd-round picks. We get a 6th-round pick back. Bit expensive, but I like having some insurance on for the forward. So you know what? Not a bad deal, and I will accept it. Croissant King, wow, it has been an absolute honor. Keep those croissants warm. Thank you for being here. We'll catch you in the next one. Thank you very much. I'm pretty sure I'm at hard. Trade. I'm pretty sure I set it to hard. Patrick Marleau, welcome to Ottawa. We'll go into the trade deadline now. Hopefully we won't have to make any moves, but we'll be open. We'll be listening. Keep the current block, and we'll enter the trade deadline. We'll be listening, just in case. So Malkin, Bergeron, Carlson, Reinhart, Burns, Petrie, Barry, Taze, Ellis, Letty. Huge names are out here. This is pretty wild. So... I mean, you can just sit here and kind of wait to see if any trades will come in. While we're sitting here, we can look at the Stats Central. I'm not going to sit here for the whole deadline because that's way too long. But we want to try and get Patty Marleau that cup. Let's go on that cup run this year. Let's shock the world. Ovi leading the NHL in points, by the way. McDavid and Draisaitl right behind him. Then Stützle's right there at 74. Brady's here. Connor, Barzal. About goaltending. Would goaltending be crazy? Hellebuck, Anderson, Rene. There's Matt Murray. There is Matt Murray. Capo Kakinen going off at an 84 overall. Good for him. Vitek Vanacek at an 84 as well. With the new roster update, that's helping them their growth as well. Pretty sure he was fringe starter when I did Minnesota franchise. Jimmy Stützle. There he is. Hart, Francouz. Yeah. Oh, huge growth. All right. So, I mean, I came in just to see if anything was going to offered to us. Is everyone okay with us exiting the trade deadline? Oh, Hampus Lindholm just traded to the Carolina Hurricanes. That's a big deal. Skipping. Oh, yeah. Okay. So, I don't know. Maybe I guess Minnesota's just been doing well here. Minnesota trades a 2nd and a 5th for Brendan Gallagher. What? A 2nd and a 5th for Brendan Gallagher? That's crazy. Let me see this. Minnesota just got Gallagher for a 2nd and a 5th. What? Is his contract like really bad compared to his overall at the moment, maybe? Gallagher? No, he's good. 6.5. Yeah, because I guess it's just the contract is 6 years, but still. Brendan Gallagher, welcome to Minnesota over there. The Sharks traded Thomas Hertl for a 2nd and a 4th. What? Look at these deals. Should we make a crazy deal? I don't know. We have 2 seconds and 2 thirds left over, but do we want to keep those to draft with? Right? I don't know. Should we stay calm and use these picks to draft for the future, or should we use 1 or 2 of those seconds and thirds to go out and get one of these players who are being traded for nothing? Florida trades a 1st, a 2nd, and Hempaniemi for Petrie and a 3rd and Sherratt. Wow. Okay, let's check out the trade. Let's check out the skaters. The team's trade blocks here. Ennis, Sanford, Kajula, any really big names with low value. Patrice Bergeron, but it's an expiring deal. So, and we already have our top 6 centerman. He fits the third line center. But do we really want to get Patrice Bergeron? Trade a second round pick for Patrice Bergeron and he plays third line center? We could do that. But is that what we want to do? He'd be great for the penalty kill as well. And he fits all penalty kill lines? Oh, what? Oh, what do we think? What do we think? Endime says yes. Legend says no. But it's just as rental. That's why. I don't know. I don't think it's crazy. That's not disrespect. He's coming on a team to win a cup out here. Boston, I'm surprised they want to trade these players. Okay, keep Bergeron in mind. No, we don't need Zajac. Face off legend, definitely. You have my attention. Jonathan Toews, too much value and too big of a contract. Kubalik, yeah. Okay, see what it takes? Okay, okay. I just want to quickly do my due diligence quickly here. 78, 77. Bugstad and 82, too much value. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. For just a second, you know? Hold on, I think we have a trade incoming. Oh, no, we don't. There's that. There you go, TJ. There's that DD. Do your due diligence. That's what we want to see. Edmondson fits all the D pairings, but again, if we trade for Edmondson, then that means that Zub comes off and he'll play with Savard, but I don't have 3 years, 3.5 million. I can't afford that. Yeah, it makes me think, how are we going to afford Bergeron, right? Yeah, but third line, but he gets first line PK unit and everything. David Krejci fits the top 6. Ryan Pulock. No, if you buy him out, then it hurts even more. Ryan Strome is cheap. But Krejci fits the top 6, that's why. He doesn't fit the third line. Krejci 84 overall, but he only fits the top 6 forwards. I don't know if that's going to be great for the third line, you know? Ryan Strome is cheap. Cam York is out here for cheap. Created player. Malkin, his value's going down a bit. Burns. Zaitsev, we could bring Zaitsev back. Barry. Alec Martinez. Fits deep pairing 1. Getzlaff, here he is, but he's injured. Oshie. Ooh, look at Oshie, eh? He's a two-way forward. Yeah, I know, he's a beast in the playoffs. TJ Oshie has very low value. But, 4 years left? Goodbye. Jordan Eberle, how many years left for him? 3 years left? Goodbye. So it's between Bergeron or Krejci, funnily enough. If we wanted to get Krejci, they'd have to retain salary for sure. We'd have to trade... So let's say we were trading a second-round pick for Patrice Bergeron. It's not even enough. We have to give the good second-round pick. The Rangers second. Rangers are 25, 30, and 6. That's a good second-round pick. Strome's fit. Let's check Strome's fit on the Rangers. Strome potentially fits the first line. Because if we go, let's say we take Bergeron and we have him retain 50%. Not even 50%. We could go 1.5, right? No. Yeah, they're fooling. Yeah, they're playing with my head here. The Bruins bias is coming in. 3.4. So even then, we're not. What's that? Oh no! The Bruins traded Bergeron and Zajac to the Kings for Zachary Leuter, Sodergren, and wow, they're gone. They're gone. Not quick enough at the deadline here. Bergeron is gone. Man, but I don't think that was gonna work anyways. The salary, we have like $300K in salary, right? So what were we gonna? We would have had to clear up like another $3 million. What were we gonna do with $3 million? Krejci's our man, I guess, for the moment. Was he on the Islanders? I'm delusional again. Yeah, there he is. Krejci. David Krejci. Again, though. Let's see if it's even feasible. Looks like Michael Kelly, the actor. 2.335. We're still 2.282 over. Still no. Now they have too many skaters. That's the problem here. I don't know if we can even get Krejci. So at salary cap at the deadline, yeah. So all that to say, we just spent like 20 minutes on the deadline here. I'm exiting out. We're not making any deals. It is impossible. That was a bit of a headache for nothing. So all those big trades, they're coming out on the big screen. Let's just get to the end of the season. Sorry that nothing worked. We tried to make it work, but the salary cap was just too much. There's no one that we could trade. There's no money we could really trade away to bring in any money. 3-1 win against the Panthers. You know what? We have a strong team. We are confident. So over on YouTube, I just cut out like 20 minutes probably from the YouTube video. Sprained ankle for Stützle. So if what you missed was basically us trying to make a deal work to try and get either Bergeron or Krejci or some centerman for the third line, perhaps. We were thinking about it, but the cap is just too tight. It is impossible for us to make it work. So pretty much it's just too bad, so sad. We're too tight to the cap, and we can't do anything at all. Even if we traded out a little bit of money, it wouldn't be enough. So, unfortunately, we're not being able to make any moves, but I like our team. I am okay with our team. I don't think it's a big deal to not be able to make any moves. We already... No, Helm only costs 0.84 million. That is not... I wouldn't have made a big deal. No, chillin'. Talk to me, baby. Talk to me. It wouldn't have worked. He only makes 0.8. Wouldn't have worked. So Marleau gives it the line of -1, but whatever. Foligno can play second line center for a little bit. Marleau does not fit that at all. Ron Hainsey on waivers at 40 years of age? No, that's not going to happen, Hainzer. Sorry, buddy. Uncle Ron. 6-3 win against the Washington Capitals. 2-1 win in the shootout against the San Jose Sharks. Why would we... Chillin'. Why would we get him? Look how many defensemen we have in the system. 2-1 win in the shootout against the Sharks. Canucks 5-2 loss. Coyotes 2-1 overtime loss. We're 38-22-8. We are flying at the moment. So 7-4 win. Yeah, you know what? We didn't need to make any trades. If you're watching on YouTube, you are blessed because we just cut out a bunch of nonsense. You didn't even need to see it. This team is strong enough. We got what we need, and we are ready, and we are confident. Couture goes back there. Marleau comes out. Did Marleau do anything? Let me see here. Marleau, 4 games, 4 assists. Let's go. He was playing a lot of ice time because he replaced Stützle, actually. Let's go. Patty Marleau still has it in him. I'm tempted to just put him on the bottom line there, but hey, we'll do it. Well, we're happy. I'm very happy to have him for depth. Try to get him that cup. We're going wild here, my friends. 5-1 win, 2-1 win. What a story. From bottom of the NHL to making it to the playoffs convincingly in year number 2. Matt Irwin on waivers. He is 78 overall. No point in doing that. Traded a second Hamonic and a third for Cody Glass, and good for you. Great trade right there. We shut out the Penguins 3-0. 2-1 win against the Rangers. And then we get another head coach fired. Classic in Ottawa Senators fashion. We've gotten 2 head coaches fired this season, including the Canadiens head coach. 5-1 win. 3-0 win. What is happening in Ottawa? 5-3 win. 4-3 win. What is going on? We didn't need the trades. This team is set. 4-3 overtime loss happens. 2-1 overtime loss, and then a 3-1 win. 48 wins on the season. What a tear in the month of March. Wow. If only we had JG Pajot, of course. Let's finish off the year strong. Let's get that 49th win here against the Boston Bruins, who are right, they're close. Well, not super close, but they're in the same category. Legend, thanks for being here. Take care. First period, 2-0. Logan Couture shorthanded, and then Alex Ovechkin power play. Just the special teams coming through. Second period, 2-0. It remains. Shots are 25-16 for the Senators. 5-on-3 power play for the Bruins. Okay, Brad Marchand scores. We never really fixed up the penalty kill much, but we're going to go ahead and check out the penalty kill percentage after this game. If it didn't get any better over the course of the season, we'll make changes heading into the playoffs. Dougie Hamilton on the power play restores the 2-goal lead. Then Dougie Hamilton again. This man wants the Norris. Oh, the well-oiled Russian machine. Make Obi the captain for the playoffs. I would not be opposed. 4-1 win for the Senators. Dougie Hamilton, 2 goals and an assist. Ovi a goal and assist. And we end off the season with a dub. 49 wins. Who could have predicted this year for the Senators? Ovi with the +5 chemistry. Teach me how to Dougie. He hit 100 points. Oh my goodness. I want to see what's Brandstrom's overall. Still 86. Great, no problem. Oh, wow. Let's check these final numbers. It's been a long stream. Let's check these final numbers and call it a day before we head into the playoffs next week. This is tough. I don't know who would be captain if we had to name one for the playoffs. So we were the 4th best team in the NHL. Unfortunately, we were only the 3rd best team in our division, but the 4th best team in the NHL with 108 points. We scored well. We kept the puck out of the net. Matt Murray proved himself. 21.9%. We had the 4th best power play in the NHL. And the penalty kill did improve up to 80.7. Still closer to the bottom than the middle, but it did improve from 79.8 to 80.7. Would not be opposed to making some tweaks. We got so caught up with the trade deadline that I never made any tweaks to the penalty kill. So we could definitely think about doing that. That'll be for the suggestions in the Discord and the YouTube comments. Let's check out the points here from his spot on the power play. Exactly. Ovi, 54 goals and 100 points. What a debut season with Ottawa. Tim Stützle scores 90 points in his sophomore season. After scoring 51 last year, he scores 90 this year. Wow. Brady Tkachuk also scoring 80 points after a disappointing year. Only scored 34 points last season, and then he comes out of nowhere and scores 80. How about that? Dougie Hamilton scores 79 points in 82 games. Just, can you fathom that for a second? The man was almost a point per game. First Sens since Heater in 07. That's amazing. Dougie Hamilton was almost a point per game and was a +31. How do you like that? Anthony Mantha, 65 points in his first season. Logan Couture, 64 points in his second season with the Senators. He scored only 49 last year, now 64 this year. This is why we brought him to the Senators. Then we got Jake DeBrusk scoring 41. Yeah, it's true, eh? Eric Carlson, Dougie Hamilton, the new Eric Carlson. Jake DeBrusk scores 41 points. We're reviving his career a little bit after he was going downhill, was on the trade block, and we get him 18 goals and 41 points playing second line minutes. Thomas Chabot, 39 points and a +12. The points really start to drop off, but that's okay. White, 36. Brandstrom, 29 at an 86 overall. Nick Foligno, 28. Gambrel, 27. Josh Norris, only 20 points from him. It's unfortunate he's not growing very well, but it's pretty competitive to get a spot in the lineup here. Batherson at an 81 as well. Marleau, 20 points. He did well when he played with us. Darren Helm scored 19 points. What did he do with us specifically? He had 18 points in 80 games. Love it. Ryan Graves, a +35. Oh my goodness. That second defensive pairing. I'm really happy with that Graves trade. I'm really happy with the Graves trade. Artem Zub, 12 points, a +5. David Savard, 9 points, a +7. Senyshyn, even 2 goals with the +3 as well. In Belleville, what was he doing? He had 15 points. Yeah, he did better in the NHL in Belleville. Goaltending now. Let's see Matt Murray, this legend. 41, 19, and 8. 4 shutouts, 906 save percentage, 2.55 goals against. The goal scoring definitely helped him out, but still, 41 wins for him. Gustafsson goes 8-5-2, 903 and a 2.64 on the Hockey News cover. No, I did not see that end time. I did not see that. Graves, very underrated. So, wow, what a year. Let's see how that compares to the rest of the NHL. Did Ovi win some awards here? Yes. Wow, by 1 point and by 1 goal. Ovechkin wins the Maurice Richard and the Art Ross. What a year for Ovi. Plus minuses here. So not the best plus minus in the NHL, but the +35 and the +34, whatever, from Hamilton are still very nice. Very, very nice. Graves with Makar is fantastic for the Avalanche for a +5. McKinnon, 99 with 53 goals. Draisaitl, 97. McDavid, 96. Everyone with good plus minuses up here. Eichel, 95. Crosby, 91. There's Timmy Stützle with 90 points, the youngest guy up here with 90 points. I know McDavid, 20. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, definitely the youngest guy out here. Barzal, 24. Yeah, definitely. Pettersson at 23. What a season. Kachuk, Nylander, Scheifele, Larkin. There's Dougie Hamilton. Let's check just by defense stats here. Just defense. 79 points is 13 ahead of Morgan Riley. You got Yossi, Carlson, Doughty, Ekman Larson. The EK65, 54 points from him. Man, what a year, man. Dougie Hamilton, that's so crazy. Goalies, Connor Hellebuyck with 48 wins and definitely the best numbers for the Vezina, I think. Rene, good numbers, but Murray had the third most wins of all goalies in the NHL. Not the greatest numbers, but still very serviceable and solid for 41 wins. I think that's a Norris for Dougie. I think that's Norris, Hart, Ted Lindsay, Art Ross, Rocket Richard. I think that's a lot of awards right there. Man, oh man. So I think that's enough for the stats that we can look at there. In terms of the record book, Ovechkin, I'm not sure if it's glitched out here, but we'll take a look at the record book. Ovechkin definitely passed Gordie Howe this season and is currently second in all-time goals and is ready to creep up on Wayne Gretzky. Most goals. So 811 for him. Wayner at 894. Ovi holding sole possession of second all-time in goals. If we're looking at franchise, go to Ottawa. Any record, any new kind of records over here in a season? No new season records. Points for a defenseman is probably something that got broken. But most goals in a season. Alex Ovechkin with 54. That's a new record. But I don't think any new records. Murray was. Hold on, it says Murray got 36 wins. But the record is 39 from Patrick Lalime. Yet Matt Murray got 41 wins. So that's weird. That should be the record for Matt Murray for most wins in a season. Yeah. And most points from a defenseman for Dougie. Definitely something that got broken as well. Okay. Rookie records. No rookie records. And game records. No new game records. 50-goal season in him in real life? I think so. Maybe not this season with the shortened season, but I could see him doing it even next season. So I think that is everything, my friends. Let's just sim up to the playoffs here, and we'll see who will we be facing in round number 1. Look at the division here. We had a tough division. We got the Sabres, the Maple Leafs, the Senators. It was tough. The Panthers at 88 points didn't make the cut. So in round number 1, we're back in the playoffs after who knows how many years. I have to look it up. And we will be facing the Toronto Maple Leafs, just as Endime says. Wow, you couldn't write it any better than this. They're 54-22-6. We were 49-23-10. It's going to be a tough matchup for sure. Definitely for sure. So I simulated a day there, just get to the game. AHL growth, yeah, so let's check the progress reports here. Sometimes the AHL growth doesn't come through till the end of the season. So Stützle, Brandstrom, all these guys here in the system. Hewitt up to a 79. Nice. We could technically try and sign. We could sign Hewitt for the playoffs, I guess, but I don't know if that would be necessarily a great move. Abramov from a 76 up to a 77. I think Stranges from a 72 to a 74. Yarventi 60 to a 62. Goalies, Sogard, no growth from any of the goalies here. All right, so that's more of an after the playoffs off-season thing. I don't think that the growth is quite there yet. But either way, AHL numbers here, they're 40, 22, and 12 down in Belleville. Logan Brown's doing well, 57 points for him. I might as well check out the Belleville stats quickly here too. I'm assuming Formenton's right behind him. Not quite. 47 points for Alex Formenton. Pekka 50, Chartier 49, Waugh with 33. Goaltending, Decord, not great. Sogard, not great either. But actually, you know what? Decord's fine. Decord's fine. It's more Sogard I was looking at. But good goals against average for not a good save percentage. Underdog story approaching, my friends. From last place in last year to 49 wins, and now we're facing the 54-22-6 Toronto Maple Leafs. Not going to be easy. But that is just it, my friends. So any and all thoughts, leave them in the Discord server. Leave them in a comment on YouTube once this is uploaded on Saturday afternoon. I don't think there's any contracts we really want to expire that we want to re-sign just quite yet. We want to get Patty Marleau that cup. We want to do great things. Should we name a captain? I guess that's something else to consider. Do we have any line chemistry suggestions for the forwards, for the defense, or for the special teams at all. Here's a quick recap of all of those. Penalty kill, 5 and 1. Maybe Josh Norris should come off there. That's definitely something, probably something that we should do. What a story, eh? What a story coming up here against the Leafs. Maybe the 2012 Kings kind of thing. So, yeah, so just quickly to say that this will be uploaded Saturday. Final stretch here in the semester with assignments and all that. So Minnesota Wild offseason won't be up for a while, probably another week, because there's a lot of information I need to synthesize and sift through and figure out what we're going to do there as well. But yeah, this will be uploaded Saturday. Thank you everybody for being here. Monday night at 8 p.m. Speaking of the playoffs, will be the Commander Data Be a Pro playoffs. Also, actually, against the Toronto Maple Leafs. It's Capitals against Maple Leafs in our Be a Pro series on Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. So looking forward to that as well. All the links that you need are down here on Twitch. If you're watching on YouTube, they're in the description. And I'll just go ahead and end the YouTube video right here. So if you're not already subscribed, we would love to have you join the team. And, the link for the Discord would be amazing as well, because we can discuss a lot of things over there. You can talk with all these great people on the side as well. But thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. And actually, I'll throw that in on the YouTube as well. Apologies for the really long episode. Longer season than usual. There's a lot of moves beforehand. There's a lot of thoughts at the trade deadline. Hopefully I'm going to edit it down to below 2 hours. Hopefully, maybe. No guarantees, but thanks for hanging in there.